This chart shows the best performing altcoins. A lot of people aren't paying attention to it. And guess what coin is in the top performing altcoins? This is from Victor. Very significant strength from Tau. You know, a lot of people are bullish on Tau. I think Tau is like the biggest AI project or, asset. Aside from FET and Render, Tau is, definitely one of the ones you should definitely pay attention to for sure. But right beneath Tau, I also wasn't expecting MON and XPL to be up there as well. So as you can see, Tau is up, plus 84% against the market, against Bitcoin, right? These are coins on their Bitcoin peer and how well they're outperforming Bitcoin, right? We see MONAD right here up plus 43%. A lot of people aren't paying attention to MONAD. I make a MONAD video, it gets less than 100 views. It's very tough out here to, as a crypto content creator, because like I said, I've made other channels in the past, and the viewership there is, in my opinion, a lot easier to attain, in my opinion. But for crypto, it's very difficult. But you just have to keep pushing. I'm very passionate about this space. I could see myself, making crypto content until I'm like 60, 70 years old, God's willing. So I just found this piece of information, and I thought I'd share with you guys that this chart is very fantastic. Look at all the other altcoins here, like AVAX, Doge, TON, Bitcoin, even top meme coins like Fartcoin. I think Say and Sui, etc. are in there as well. But the best performing altcoins are on their Bitcoin peers. Look at altcoins, how well they perform on their Bitcoin peers to know if you have a winner, right? Hyperliquid, a lot of people are bullish on Hyperliquid. I'm also bullish on Hyperliquid as well. Decentralized perp DEX, they're generating massive revenue, millions of dollars, doing buybacks, etc. They have their own layer 1 ecosystem as well. And these are the winners, right? So there's a saying, don't sell your losers, or don't sell your winners for losers, right? And if you see strength, buy strength, right? There's those sayings in the space, and paying attention to that will be very beneficial to your portfolio. I would cover Tau on the channel more, cover Tau on the channel. But if MONAD with such a great community is not getting any attention, like less than 100 views per MONAD video, is sad. So I would expect the same for Tau, right? And there's only so many projects I could cover, right? But again, you see Tau right here being a massive winner, but MONAD right below Tau at plus 43% against on its Bitcoin peer, which is massive. That is fantastic to see. And that's why I say MONAD is very undervalued, because guess what? Tau is already, I think, in the billions of market cap, whereas MONAD is still around 200 to 300 mil or so, because, again, the tokenomics of MONAD, right? Obviously, if you're looking at FDV, it's in the billions. But if you're looking at circulating market cap, it's extremely undervalued for where it's at. So this chart, man, pay attention. This is from the DeFi villain. You guys could give the account a follow to take a look yourself. Take a look at it yourself. But these are all the top altcoins on their Bitcoin peer, and Tau, MONAD, XPL, Hype are the best performers. So this is why I say having exposure to MONAD in your portfolio is a good bet to make. A lot of people aren't paying attention to it, but I think more people should. I really do, right? Next we have from OX Airich. MON just flipped 2.5 cents. It held up there for a bit. It pulled back a little bit after that. I'm sure it's going to take some time, still under ICO price, but look how much better the mood has become. MONAD is showing a lot of strength here. It really is like one of the strongest altcoins. Like I said, it's a newer altcoin, has not seen a bull run. No bag holders here from previous cycles, so it has a better chance to entering price discovery, right? Once a project enters price discovery, meaning it gets above its previous high, it has more chances to enter enter a zone without resistance, right? Because once it's above its previous high, new all-time high, it doesn't have resistance. So then the parabolic move could happen once it gets above its previous all-time high, previous high. So this is something you definitely should pay attention to here. we're looking at, charts, TA charts in this video for MONAD. Like I said, I think MONAD is a very underrated gem in the space. I think this is a great altcoin. People are, not as bullish on MONAD because of its tokenomics, but if you just research a bit, go read about the tokenomics, how they're structured, you'll be bullish, man, because no real obviously there'll be unlocks, smaller unlocks along the way, but no massive unlocks until the end of the year, around November, December, right? And even when that takes place, look at, SWE, look at Say, for example, they had 10% of the supply circulating at first, and now you see as time progressed, they're already, getting to 60 to 70 to 80% unlocked, and the charts did pretty well. Say did pretty well at the start. SWE still did well. When was that? 2024. Yeah, 2024. SWE did well, and they're still holding up pretty good in my opinion, right? SWE is not maybe Say makes a comeback, but SWE is definitely holding up well, even with all the token unlocks that took place, right? So if those projects do it, and those are recent examples of that, I would think MONAD will hold up well also, even with the unlocks, right? Because look at the stablecoin adoption that is taking place on MONAD, right? From less than 5 billion in stablecoin adoption, now up to 59 billion in stablecoin adoption. There are big players, big leagues, institutions, TradFi. We see the use case for crypto. The main use case is going to be stablecoins. It's clear as day. They're going to integrate stablecoins, CBDCs, into everyday transactions, into the banks. They're going to make it interoperable with the banks to use stablecoins with your bank, so you don't have to, wait in a line, or, go to the bank and then you have to say something happens. You have to wait till Monday because the bank is closed. That's not going to happen anymore, right? That has too much friction, right? So I think crypto is going to make that very frictionless, and one of the sectors that creates that frictionless aspect is going to be stablecoins, and MONAD is one of the best stablecoin adoption layer ones, and we see it. I showed you the stats in previous videos, right? So great chart here. We have chill.eth talking about two projects here and also highlighting MON. Currently at an important resistance area. It had tested this zone last month but failed to break above. It's able to flip this zone. Then we'll see a nice push to the next resistance at 3 cents for me. Not interested yet until we get to flip resistance, right? So that's where he's looking at for a target for MON. Break above 3 cents, that's when he'll, have full conviction, because obviously that's the first resistance for MON, and then the next resistance will be all-time high. I think it's gonna, surpass those, man. Like I said, I think 10 cents MON, 30 cents MON, even $1 is very possible for MONAD, guys. I really think so. I really do think that is the case. So like I said, I think this is an asset you should definitely add to your portfolio. Make sure to be smart, have a diversified portfolio. I see a lot of people saying all in on MONAD. That's up to you guys, man, right? That's up to you. You make your decisions, right? Nothing I say is financial advice. Nothing is guaranteed in the space. If that's your trading strategy, to be all in on MONAD, we're all adults here, right? But I think being diversified is a much smarter bet to make. You diversify into different projects, and one of the projects you have, I think, is like a must, or a higher probability of being a success, is MONAD. So if you have a diversified portfolio, I think you should definitely add MONAD to your portfolio. This is why I keep covering it, even though the viewership is, abysmal, right? Perfect word to use. I still think this project is extremely bullish, right? From Zane, new MON full take profit price target is $1 American, and no, don't ask me why. So Zane here, bull posting MON for a long time, saying his take profit for MON is $1 American, right? $1 per MON. I'm not mad at it, man. It's very possible. So right now, MONAD is at 2,382 cents, sitting just under 259 million in market cap. Volume looking pretty good. Volume is down 19%, 20%. So now would be a good time to start a DCA, guys. I think anything under 3 cents, anything under the ICO price is a good DCA, right? Anything under 2.5 cents is a good DCA target for MONAD. And yeah, I think this is going to be a very good altcoin in my humble opinion. So as always, none of this is financial advice. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, join my Discord, follow me on X, and subscribe to my Clips channel, all linked in the description. It really helps out. Thank you guys